Hello everyone, in this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Imran Riaz Khan to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Imran Riaz Khan's words. News is important, but it's not always in large numbers, so this news about Malik Riaz has come out. When the news first started circulating, some credible journalists reported that Malik Riaz had struck some deal with the army chief. Malik Riaz, who is a very big property tycoon, initially started many projects inside Pakistan. He has been controversial in many ways. Later, Malik Riaz expanded his projects internationally, including a successful venture in Dubai, which attracted many overseas Pakistanis. I had received information about it. He made significant business dealings there as well. The Pakistani government has put a lot of pressure on him over the years. I want to keep you informed that Malik Riaz has data that is very valuable to the government. He has also taken many investors out of Pakistan with him, and he considers the state institutions in Pakistan as failures because their credibility is not as strong as Malik Riaz's, who has successfully brought in large-scale investments. He knows how to sell things, and many investors are under his belt. Malik Riaz is a big seller with a well-established business. Now, the news has emerged that he has apologized to the army chief. Earlier, there were mentions of a few letters as well. According to this news, Malik Riaz has apologized to the army chief and is ready to settle some matters. He has even offered 3,000 canals of land to the Shahbaz, that is the martyrs, and has reportedly resolved a massive financial fraud worth over 1,000 billion rupees. Many people later claimed that Asif Ali Zardari is involved in this deal. Some said Ishaq Dar is involved, while others suggested that Mohsin Naqvi, who is very close to the army chief, could be involved. The matter and deal have allegedly taken place between Pakistan's army chief, Field Marshal Asim Munir, and Malik Riaz. The resolution of matters was reportedly achieved, and it was said that Malik Riaz would travel to Karachi, wait for some time, then head to Islamabad to finalize the deal with the establishment. Now, what happened to Malik Riaz's previous disagreements with the establishment? You see, Malik Riaz is a businessman. He wanted to bring in a large investment from overseas Pakistanis into his other projects, just like he did in Pakistan. Most overseas Pakistanis are supporters of Imran Khan. A big businessman would never want to lose the support of people, nor would he want his project to fail before it even starts. Malik Riaz was being pressured to testify against Imran Khan, but he refused. At that time, he even tweeted that he would not do it. He was very clear that he wouldn't compromise and he would not give false testimony. He said he loved his country, but he wouldn't lie. Malik Riaz said a lot of these things in private conversations too, and showed a lot of resolve in his tweets. Look, the establishment hasn't openly come out on this matter, but they have conveyed messages to several people, and important figures within the establishment have clarified that no such deal has taken place. I'll read out the claims made by the establishment. According to them, Malik Riaz has several legal cases in Pakistan's courts, including being declared a proclaimed offender for not complying with court summons. He faces red warrants. Moreover, due to fraudulent activities, he owes billions of rupees to the state and people of Pakistan. His cases are legal, and their resolution lies with the courts. The military establishment sources also say that the Shohada welfare scheme is a sacred responsibility carried out by the state, government and institutions through their resources. These are the arguments that came from the establishment. On the other hand, the media reported that the establishment or their sources are denying the deal. Now, the reality is that Malik Riaz is facing many legal cases in Pakistan's courts. Both Shahbaz Sharif, Zardari and Nawaz Sharif also faced legal cases. But what happened to those cases? The court cases are still pending. Similarly, Malik Riaz is a proclaimed offender. Nawaz Sharif too was once declared a proclaimed offender, but when he came to the airport, judicial officials would show up to ensure compliance. Malik Riaz's situation is quite similar to that of Nawaz Sharif, so is there really a deal happening with Malik Riaz? One thing I can say for certain is that if the establishment does make a deal with Malik Riaz, it would be much better than the one they made with Nawaz Sharif. When the establishment made a deal with Nawaz Sharif, it didn't result in anything positive for him. He gained nothing except humiliation, the economy was ruined and people's hatred grew. Nawaz Sharif's government couldn't even deliver. But if the establishment strikes a deal with Malik Riaz, there could be some benefits. Malik Riaz is a billionaire. With investments and plans, he's in a position to offer something substantial. It wouldn't be an empty deal. Secondly, Malik Riaz is not in a position where you can just take him and bring him under control. He has investments in various countries, and his business dealings also have connections with those governments. According to my information, Malik Riaz is connected with not one but multiple governments. If a deal is indeed taking place, it's highly unlikely that a guarantor would be found inside Pakistan. The names being mentioned, like Asif Zardari, Mohsin Naqvi and Ishaq Dar, don't have the power to influence such a deal. If there is a guarantor, he will be a big figure from outside Pakistan, not from within. I can say this with confidence because I know the dynamics of how these deals work. Now, whether the deal is happening or not, things will become clearer in a day. The journalists who reported this are confident in their claims. Some of them have even stated that Malik Riaz is now ready to testify against Imran Khan in order to save himself. Will this happen? It's hard to say right now, but it's something to watch for. So, the next big issue, folks, is regarding FATA. And honestly, it's of great importance. Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, or PTI, has held a press conference where they shared all the details with the public. The party leaders said that they are demanding from the federal government that the committee formed under Amir Muqam for FATA should be dissolved. Now, creating such a committee is considered interference in provincial matters, plain and simple. Earlier, I shared data showing that 11 out of 13 MPAs from FATA were from PTI. Well, now, I've seen that it's increased to 14 out of 17 MPAs. That's more than 85% representation, which is quite significant. In such a case, you just can't corner a party with such a strong representation. The decisions for FATA should really be made by the local party and the people of FATA themselves. PTI leaders raised concerns that the federal government is not providing the promised funds to FATA, and there are attempts to take control of their resources. Shah Farman also echoed these concerns and pointed out the establishment's plot to control FATA under the guise of managing its development. They claimed the promised 700 billion rupees for FATA development haven't been delivered. And now, only 3 years are left. FATA is deeply in debt, and the government is failing to pay them their rightful share. If the 27th Constitutional Amendment seeks to withdraw FATA's autonomy from the federal government, it could, cause significant unrest. People in FATA are protesting, and it's becoming a daily occurrence. The protesters from FATA are increasing in number every day. We step out and raise our voices in protest. But no media outlet in Pakistan runs a single report on it. I mean, when a drone attack happens there, the media first asks for permission, then runs the news in a vague manner. There's mass slaughter of people, but the media in Pakistan doesn't report it. People's rights are snatched, but the media doesn't report it. Thousands of people gather to demand their rights, whether it's in Gill, Baltistan or FATA. The media in Pakistan doesn't report it. There were innumerable protests inside Kashmir. The Kashmiris protested heavily, but the media in Pakistan didn't run any news on it. Does Pakistan only refer to Islamabad, Lahore and a few cities? Or does it also include other cities and regions that the Pakistani media refuses to acknowledge as part of the country? The Pakistani establishment decides which news to raise and which news to suppress. The situation in FATA is very sensitive. The statement given by Sohail Khan Afridi, who was elected from the tribal areas, pointed out that the real reason for Pakistan's downfall is that those responsible for it are failing to do their jobs. Those responsible for protection are busy giving lectures. Those responsible for justice are waiting for letters to come so that they can decide based on them. And those responsible for legislation or lawmaking are busy polishing boots. They have no other work. As long as everyone doesn't do their job, the situation in Pakistan will not improve. The promises made to the people of FATA should be fulfilled. This is the demand that he made. Now, Imran Khan's son, Qasim Khan, tweeted something else, and it has been shared by many people. The account is not very old, but the tweet is worth noting. He tweeted in English, and I'll give you the translation of the Urdu version. He said, "My father, former Prime Minister Imran Khan, has been in solitary confinement for over 700 days. He's not allowed to meet even his lawyers. He is denied access to his family. We, his children, are completely disconnected from him. Not even his personal doctor is allowed to meet him or enter the jail. This is injustice. They are isolating him, trying to break him, and deliberately attempting to crush the man who stands firm for the rule of law, democracy in Pakistan." Imran Khan's son tweeted this, and his reasoning is that he feels he now has to raise his voice. The Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, or PTI, also keeps trying to raise their voices, but there hasn't been any concrete continuous movement from PTI to challenge the system. They should raise their voices against the false cases against Imran Khan. Even though they hold a government in one province, they are unable to do anything. In fact, it seems like they don't have any way forward. The only way is to organize all of Pakistan. Pakistan is in turmoil. PTI under Imran Khan's leadership, even if he is in jail, should announce that the entire country needs to gather supplies or ration first. When the ration is gathered, the entire country should shut down. And for those who can't afford to buy food, others should help them. People need to support one another. They should collectively gather supplies. Once the entire country is stocked, they should give a deadline for everyone to collect their ration and then shut down the whole country. This strategy has been discussed within PTI multiple times. If they are successful in shutting down the country, meaning if people come out, sit in the streets, the system will be forced to kneel before the people. The authorities will have no other choice. If they say they are shutting down the country for a week and after that they will reveal their next steps, then the system's breath will begin to suffocate because the public cannot be subdued. If people come out from their homes and neighborhoods and try to shut down the entire country, the government will have no choice but to comply. Look, Imran Khan has tremendous support and his votes are significant. The real question is how to channelize that support. How do people get activated? This is the big question. If the people even once raise their voices together, then the establishment will be forced to yield. Nawaz Sharif, Shahbaz Sharif, Zardari, Bilawal and Fazlur Rahman are all scared. They fear both Imran Khan and the establishment. They are watching the situation, hoping that the one who will win among them will be the one they will join. But as of now, the establishment is still in power. So, they are all with the establishment. But the day the people come out, they will go to Imran Khan, sit with him and say, let's deal with the establishment together. On that day, the establishment will lose. These people are just waiting for that moment. It depends on the people of Pakistan and how strongly they stand together. Now, a report was promoted about Maryam Nawaz's son, Junaid Sadr. There was an incident where his challan was issued. Some news spread that when he was stopped, he congratulated the traffic officer. Why would he congratulate the officer? If a police officer in the United Kingdom gives a ticket, would you congratulate him? He's just doing his job. But Junaid Sadr thinks that since he's so powerful, he can give a pat on the back to the officer for issuing a challan. Let me tell you about this personally. I used to live in Maidan. On the side roads, there were several houses belonging to Shahbaz Sharif and his family. I used to talk to the traffic wardens there. I used to ask them about the roadblocks. The roads were blocked every time the women from their family went for shopping or when the kids wanted to go out. They always had special routes. It was never a question of fairness or law. Now let me tell you about the news. A few nights ago, a young driver who was reportedly speeding ran over 3 people. Faizan Sheikh reported that the car was speeding and killed 3 people. The video shows people inside a police station asking where the child who ran over those people is. They are asking the police why the post-mortem has not been done, even after 8 hours. This is the rule of law in Punjab. On the one hand, they claim that Maryam Nawaz's son got a challan, but on the other hand, the person who was killed in the street is not getting justice. The person responsible is walking free. This is the law of the land. That wraps up our translation of Imran Riaz Khan's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.